Hey, it's Henry the computer guy. Welcome back to our next tutorial. So let's go back to our document. I always try to make the videos as short as possible such that they do not take long. So we actually talked about the clipboard, talked about the copy, the cut, the paste, and the format painter. So today we are going to talk about the font, a little of the font. So first of all, let's remove this information we had written from the other previous tutorial. So let's get some information here and we make some modification. Let's say equals, if I say I want some dummy text, I can say, let's say I have a 3 and let's say 4. I press enter. 3. I'll type rand into bracket. I can say 2, let's say, comma 3. I close, press enter. I'll get some dummy text. Now, if I want more, for example, I can copy this. Highlight, come and say copy, come down here. Let's say paste, 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 paste. Such that I get more items or more paragraphs there. Now, what does the bold do? Bold is going to make something thick. If I highlight, remember we talked about the highlighting, clicking on bold, that is Control B, it is going to make that item thick. Are we together? Now, when we come to I is the Control plus I, which is the italic. So when I highlight this one, it is going to make my item bend. Are we together? So there is a difference between this and this. So these items are bending, whereas these ones are standing still. So we can increase that size and you see, let's say we make it 12. So they are bending. If I also make it bold, they are bold but bending. So bending is making something thick, then italic will make it bend. Now let's come to this other paragraph. This is the underline. Underline is Control plus U. That means that it is going to put an underline. If I just click on it like this, it will make my information underline. But it provides you an option. This arrow here provides you with an option of picking the type of underlining that you want. You can say I want it to be double underlined. I want to be this one. I want it to be this. I want it to be this. So there are many items we can select from. There are even more underlinings here. Are we together? You can come and select more underlinings, then you look at them here. Are we together? There are more underlinings there. Are we together? Those are some of the more underlinings. Now, below here, after underlining, we also have what we call the underline color. So you can choose the underline and also give it a color. You can say, want the underlining to be red. So it is going to appear in a red color. Let me increase the size. Let's say to something such that you can see it well, something 14. So we have made this one as italic, we have made this one bold, we have made this one as in form of underlining, but without even giving the color. Are we together? So now we come to this one, which is called the strike through. So when I have some information here, I will highlight the information I want. Let's say I'm going to highlight in the middle. If I highlight this information, I'll come and click on what we call the strike through. Strike through is going to put a line. It's like when you have made a mistake and cross a line through your work. For example, you're using your own book. You write something, let's say it has been a mistake, then you cross a line through. So it is different from underlining. Remember, this one passes in between the text, whereas this one passes below the text. This is underlining, this is strike through. Are we together? Now, we can decide to use this another paragraph. We talk about what we call the font style or the font. It is Control, Shift, and what? And F. It gives us what we call the font. So you can come and choose different types of, there are many fonts here. The way you want your item to look like. There are many here. A question will come and tell you put them in Arial Narrow, put them in Arial, put them in Arabic typing, put them in what? So you come and look, there are many of them. Many of them. So you can look for what the question tells you to look for. So if they have given a font here in a question and you don't see it, you come here and type the word, then they will specifically, let me wrap these ones which are there. I type something, let's say Tahoma, T-A-H, so it brings where the Tahoma is, then you go and select the Tahoma. Are we together? So it is now different from this one, it is different from this one. That is the font. Now we come to what we call the font size. We have used this one. So if you want to change the font for them to be visible, now I want to make them bigger for everyone to see. You see, it is making the size bigger and bigger and bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller and bigger. Now, you might find that they give you a question whereby they have given you something which is not in the range, a size which is not in the range here. For example, they have given you 10.5. What we do, we come into the box here, we remove what is there, then type our 10 and a point 5, then press enter. It will take that size. So it's not that whichever thing that they have given you will always be in the list. So when they give you something which is not in the list or a number not in the list, you come up here, you type it, that your information will take that. So we are done with this. Are we together? Now we have a side here. We call this one the increase size of font, or this one it is called the decrease font, or shrink and increase and shrink. Increase and shrink. That means that you're increasing and decreasing. Again, we can highlight our information here. You can come and say I'm going to increase. It will increase, showing you the number of sizes it is putting. So if you want to reduce, you can come and say shrink font or reduce font. Is it very difficult? No, it's very good to go. Now, let me talk about these two and rewind. I don't want to make the video long, so let me talk about these two, the subscript and the superscript. Assuming that I'm down here, I'll write my formula. Let's say x, I write a 2, let's say plus, let's say another x, let's say 4, equals to a 0. Are we seeing this information? Let's make it bigger by increasing the size for everyone to see. Are we together? Now everyone can see this. Now we want to use what we call the subscript and the superscript. What we are going to do is very simple. We want to make this to appear as a base. We highlight only the 2, come and click on the subscript. Then we have a 4. We want it to go up, we put it on the superscript. Then that's good to go. Are we together? So that one has specifically been about that, the bold, the font. So it has been specifically about the font, but we have not accomplished all of them because I don't want to make the video too long. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you then.